Hey there, space cadets, Bill Nye here, ready to blast off on a mission to debunk some of Hollywood's most beloved space myths. Buckle up because we're about to separate fact from fiction. Get ready for a wild ride through the cosmos where we'll explore the truth about everything from explosive space battles to the speed of light. Let's be real. Who doesn't love a good space adventure flick? The problem is that movies often take creative liberties when it comes to portraying the final frontier. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good laser beam battle as much as the next science enthusiast. However, it's important to remember that real space is far more fascinating and often weirder than anything Hollywood could dream up. So, get ready to have your mind blown as we delve into the reality of space travel, gravity, and the laws of physics. And hey, while you're at it, why not hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome science content? Let's do this! First up, let's talk explosions. In movies, spaceships explode with earth-shattering, fiery blasts that shake the very fabric of the universe. It's dramatic, it's intense, but is it accurate? Not so much. You see, in the vacuum of space, there's no air for fire to burn in. That means no roaring flames or deafening booms. Instead, a real explosion in space would be a relatively silent affair. Without air to carry sound waves, the event would be eerily quiet. You might see a bright flash of light as the object vaporizes, but the dramatic sound effects, nope, those are just for the big screen. Think about it this way. Imagine popping a balloon underwater. You get a little pop, maybe a few bubbles, but no earth-shattering kaboom. Space explosions are kind of like that, just on a slightly larger scale. So, the next time you see a spaceship go up in flames with a deafening roar in a movie, remember, in space, nobody can hear you explode. Speaking of sound, let's shatter another Hollywood myth, the epic soundtrack. You know what I'm talking about, those soaring orchestral scores that accompany every dramatic turn of events in space. The music swells as the hero makes a daring escape, or as the spaceship narrowly avoids an asteroid field. It's all very thrilling and adds to the drama and excitement of the scene. Unfortunately, in the real vacuum of space, sound doesn't travel. That's because sound waves need a medium, like air or water, to vibrate and reach our ears. In space, there's no air, no water, no medium at all. It's a vast, empty void where sound simply cannot exist. So while those epic scores might make for a thrilling cinematic experience, in reality, space would be eerily silent. Imagine watching your favorite space battle scene without the dramatic music or the sound of laser blasts. It would be a completely different experience, wouldn't it? Imagine that for a second. No engine noises, no laser blasts. Just complete and utter silence. The only thing you would hear is the sound of your own breathing inside your spacesuit, and maybe the faint hum of your life support system. It's enough to make you appreciate the wonders of sound here on Earth, wouldn't you say? The rustling of leaves in the wind, the chirping of birds, the sound of waves crashing on the shore. These are all things we take for granted, but they are truly remarkable when you think about it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that space is boring without sound. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The silence of space allows us to focus on the incredible visuals that the cosmos has to offer. Without sound, we can focus on the breathtaking visuals of the cosmos, the swirling galaxies, the twinkling stars, and the ethereal beauty of nebulae. These sights are awe-inspiring in their own right, and they don't need sound to be appreciated. So the next time you're watching a space movie, try hitting the mute button and let your imagination fill in the silence. Imagine what it would be like to be out there, floating in the vast emptiness of space, surrounded by the beauty of the universe. You might be surprised at how awe-inspiring it can be. The silence of space can be just as powerful and moving as any epic soundtrack. It allows us to connect with the universe in a different way, to appreciate its beauty and majesty without the distraction of sound. So, embrace the silence and let it take you on a journey through the cosmos. Now let's talk about gravity, or rather the lack thereof. Movies often depict astronauts floating effortlessly through their spacecraft as if gravity just decided to take a break. While it's true that gravity is weaker in space, it's certainly not absent. In fact, it's what keeps the Earth in orbit around the Sun and the Moon dancing around our planet. What astronauts experience is called microgravity, a state of near weightlessness. This happens because they're constantly falling towards Earth, but their horizontal speed is so great that they keep missing it. It's like throwing a ball so fast that it never hits the ground, just keeps curving around the Earth. So while astronauts might appear to float effortlessly, they're actually in a constant state of freefall. It's a pretty cool sensation, I'm sure, but it's not quite the same as floating around like a boss in zero gravity. Remember, gravity is a force to be reckoned with, even in the vast expanse of space.